the likeness of the Creator. And when God blew into man the breath of life and man became a living soul, if that wasn't a miracle, I'll fall in James.
Right on. Right on.
So I'm very glad today that we know that we are made in the image and likeness of the Creator. And therefore, if you will, co-creators with God. So we talk about those kinds of things over at Christ Church. It's a different kind of church. If you're looking for a church as usual, you may not want to come to visit us. But if you're looking for something that is different, that is deeper, we invite you to come and to share with us every Sunday morning, 8:45, and then again on Sunday evening at 5 p.m. For our jazz mass. This week, also, I wanted to announce, and J.K., you may be able to help me, over at Clarkdale University on the 24th and 25th, I think that's Friday and Saturday.
Yes.
The eminent Dr. Walter Rodney, who was once a professor at Clark College at that time, they will be having the 14th annual symposium to Dr. Rodney, and his beautiful queen and wife has facilitated that activity for the past 13 years, and this year will be 14 years. And it's going to be held over in the Robert Woodruff Library, both Friday and Saturday. And if there are any of you who would like to call for more information about this, you can call me. My number is 404-914-4588, 404-914-4588. We want to also announce that tomorrow there's supposed to be, I didn't get with our facilitator, there's supposed to be a demonstration tomorrow down at the YMCA headquarters. Tomorrow morning from 10 until 12. I'm not sure if that is still on because I was not able to reach Mrs. Carrie Salvey, who is our facilitator for that over in Vine City. And I want to say a pleasant good evening to all my neighbors in historic Vine City on the west side of Atlanta. But you can call me tonight at 404-914-4588 for more information about that. It is incumbent upon us, it is necessary that we save and preserve our history. You know, our culture, our ways, our forwards, our mores. We must save these things. Yes. We've got to do that. And by any means necessary. By any means necessary. Yes. We've got to do that. You want to share with us some of the activities that you may know of? We like to have what we call community events very quickly.
Oh, yes. On June 16th through the 18th is one of the largest, grandest festivals honoring our ancestors for the descendants of enslaved Africans. The Juneteenth Atlanta Parade and Music Festival, which is going to be held on the campus of Morris Brown College on June 17th. It will be a parade. We start at Mosley Park and we parade down MLK. We want to call 10,000 black people to stand on MLK. 10,000. That's just the minimum. We want it because in Atlanta, Dr. King being from Atlanta, we want to uplift that, and we want to. It's a time for love, peace, and unity. That's right. And Julian Smith, and I'm with founder of Groove Master Enterprise, and I work with Bishop Lewis at the Jazz Vespers to uplift music, to use music as a tool of healing and unity, and to provide music for community events and for organizations.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Carol, you want to share something with us?
Actually, I have nothing to say. It was, well, I do have a couple of things to say. I enjoyed this, so thank you for having me.
We're so happy that you decided to join us.
Yes, yes. It was very informational, and I hope the viewers out there were able to receive the information that was and the knowledge, because there was a lot of history spoken today, and be able to go Google, Bing, whatever. Social media.
Beans, what is that? Tell the old man, help the old man out.
Bing is another form of researching whatever type of information you want to find. Okay. So you can go there as well too, but do the research and teach your children so they can be awakened as well, so they can create their history within our history and within our story.
That's wrong.
And that is it. And to piggyback off of Julian Smith with the Juneteenth Music Festival and Parade, you guys make sure you come out. It's very friendly oriented, family oriented. It's going to be a whole lot different than what it was last year because, you know, you were on the board as well. I started at Mosley, ended at Morris Brown's, really great. We're going to have the sororities, fraternities there, hoping to have 100 black men there to, and hopefully have our 100 black men to match them with 100 young black boys, so they could be marching down the down the road as well too.
Well,
but
thank you.
other than that, that is all I have to say. Again, thank you.
And thank you for being here with us,
Julian Smith.
And I want to once again to take this opportunity to invite our TV viewers to join us on April 23rd.
Yes, sir.
Which is on a Sunday evening at 4:00 p.m. At Big Bethel AME Church, where we will be celebrating the Marcus Garvey Atlanta Centennial. 100 years ago, this year, the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey came to the city of Atlanta the first time. He came to Atlanta 2 or 3 times. There are those of us who know from history that he was also imprisoned here at the Atlanta Federal Penitentiary, which is something that we're going to talk about because we're still working towards having his name exonerated,
Yes.
Which was something that we were hoping that our last president would have done during his administration. It did not happen, but it does not mean that we are not going to continue to bring justice to our ancestor and to his name because of the work of the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. I mean, the Harlem Renaissance and so many things that we give credit to other people for really started. I mean, I actually believe to my soul that the work that Mr. Garvey did and the visit that he made to the city of Atlanta for the first time in 1917, that it was the spark that started the flame for the movement as we know it here in the city of Atlanta. So on April the 23rd at 4:00 p.m. at historic Big Bethel AME Church, which is located at 240 Auburn Avenue on the corner of Auburn and Jesse Hill, formerly Butler Street. And Butler, when it was Butler Street, it was named after Dr. H.R. Butler, who was one of the first African-American physicians in Atlanta. And we want you to join us there. We're inviting all of our institutions. We want you to bring the school children and everybody, your family, your friends, the sororities, the fraternities, and others. We need to converge as a people to Big Bethel on April the 23rd for this massive celebration. At that time, we're forming a 100-voice choir. And we're hoping to have an orchestra to go along with that. Hint, hint. We're hoping that Brother J.K. is going to help us to facilitate that with other musicians in Atlanta, such as Brother John Peake and Mr. Wyatt, J.O. Wyatt, and other eminent musicians and scholars. Brother Patterson, James Patterson over at Clark Atlanta University. I mean, any number of people who are helping us to make this, because the UNIA, which is the Universal Negro Improvement Association / African Communities League, was known for having the finest of music, the finest of singing, and I mean such persons as Conta Cullen and Zora Neale Hurston, and all of these persons who were involved. I get excited when I think about our history and our culture and the shoulders that we stand on.
That's right.
The artist or the artiste, if you will, whose shoulders we all stand on, the spokesman, the statesmen and stateswomen who we have in our legacy, in our lineage. I get excited when I think about that.
Yes,
so we once again want to invite you to join us, and I'd also like to invite you to become one of my Facebook friends, John H. Lewis on Facebook. so that we might be. I cannot, and I make no apologies for it. I cannot work Twitter and all these other things at one time. I cannot man all of those things. So Facebook is my media source of choice. If you miss me from singing down here, come on over to Facebook and you'll find me. That's where I am because I spend a lot of time there teaching, putting the information, because knowledge is power.
Yes.
And I'm a professional. I'm a constant. I'm still studying. In every day of my life, I'm reading sometimes 3 and 4 and 5 books a week. I know that there are those who like to read on the internet, but I'm a book person. I still like to have that book in my hand so that I can get the feel of it, you know, and that kind of thing. And every day I'm still studying because I believe that when you study and you continue to give it out. One of my older teachers said to me one time that it's like the Dead Sea, the mind. You know, the reason they call the Dead Sea, is because there is an inlet, but there is no outlet. Which says to me that as we learn, we must continue to share and to give, to make room, and to create
an outlet.
To create an outlet and to create a space, if you will. So that's an encouragement to all of us too. And I'm going to get together a book list and some other things. And we need persons to help work with our TV show and to come and to take the training here at People TV, to come and take that training so that we can have our crew to work with us. I'm indebted tonight to Brother John Covington, who is serving as the producer tonight. Hey, John, we appreciate you tonight and what you're doing. He's preoccupied.